Bet Juice Podcast, Cody Mitchell here. No Connor Holiday again. We are on our third conference tournament preview edition. Today is the Sun Belt Conference with the old fucked up quadruple 16 times by whatever the hell they want to do with it. I don't like it. We'll get to the bracket. You'll see it a little bit. But yeah, we already knocked out the Horizon League. We already knocked out the Big South. So now we're on to the Sun Belt. Before we get into that, though, I saw this on Twitter a little bit ago. I kind of wanted to show it to everybody. You see what the Big 12 is doing with this like electronic court? Like what it like changes from each team's home court. I don't understand why. I think it's lame. Big 12's really good at doing shit like this. They try to be, ahead of the curve and coming up with these like outside the box ideas. Maybe for football, I get it. It is what it is, but for basketball, your product on the court's already really good. You're already the best team or best conference in the sport by a significant margin, too. Like, why are we doing shit like this? I don't know. Yormark's kind of an idiot. I don't really like him, but So, Horizon League 1 was fun. A little bit different. He did have some upsets in there. I think some people will be kind of surprised who I actually had winning it, which, I mean, they're the second odds-on favorite. You should go check that one out. The Big South one is up as well. That one was literally all chalk. I had 0 upsets because I think it's that way this year. Unless my one long shot has a shot. It was like a 30-1, and I do think that's criminally underrated. Again, been doing it on all these. Going to run through the tournament. I'm going to pick my bracket for each conference. Advance the teams I think are going to win. And then, at the very end, I'll give you my best bets, which doesn't mean I'm going to bet them. I'm just saying I think this is probably the smartest bet on the board. But again, value will outweigh a lot of things. Like we did the high points minus 160 in the Big South. Yes, spoiler, I had him winning it. I'm not betting a minus 160 to win a conference tournament. Like, that's dumb. For 100 time, do not combine. What's the big no-no here, everybody? We do not combine High Point, Long Island, and Navy to win the conference tournaments at minus 160. You shouldn't be doing that with regular Saturday slate, Monday slate. You should be just adding 3 money lines together and playing it, let alone a conference tournament when they got to win multiple games. Like, that's a little fucking crazy. Well, let's get a velo in here. Definitely better than Zen. So overrated. Only get 15 in a pouch. Get 20 of these bad boys. What do we have today as the diet soda or the 0-calorie diet soda or 0 sugar? With Coke Zero, just a classic. It's a classic, man. I mean, it's clear too. Definitely clear too. Dude, I mean, everybody's got to try that cherry Coke float. If you like cherry Coke and you like vanilla Coke, it's literally just like they had a baby and it's fucking delicious. It's like using that freestyle machine at Wendy's for when I was like not dieting and actually taking care of my body and going to Wendy's all the time and you do the freestyle machine. I mean, you can get Coke Zero and then mix it with cherry and vanilla. There's 0 chance it still has 0 calories in it. Like, absolute 0 chance. But my brain at the time would tell me it was, even though I was eating, a Baconator, which has like 1,500 calories for the meal. But it is what it is. Is what it is. But let's jump into the Sun Belt. I like to get sidetracked, but we can't do it today because we still got a couple more to do before the night is over. In the Sun Belt, Troy, obviously the leader here, plus 170. Now, again, wait till you see the bracket. If you are you not familiar with the layout of this thing, it's odd, and especially in a conference that was so tight. That's what it makes more sense. Like the WCC does it to protect Gonzaga and St. Mary's. I understand that, but first place team Troy was 12-6. In league play. In the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh team was 11-7, 1 game back. So the difference between Troy and the first place team, which would be or the first place team is Troy. So Troy has to play. They get the 1 seed, right? So they get the crazy bye. They have to win 2 games. Texas State, who's 1 game behind them, is the 5 seed, and they have to play. They have. It's fucking stupid. But odds are, Troy plus 170, Marshall plus 270, App State plus 500, Arkansas State 10-1, South Alabama 11-1, Coastal Carolina 14-1, Texas State 30-1, James Madison 30-1, Southern Miss 90-1, Old Dominion 100-1, Georgia Southern 300-1, Louisiana Lafayette 500-1, Georgia State 500-1, and ULM is 100-1 if you really want to get, or 1,000-1. Sorry, $1 win $1,000. You want to bet on the Warhawks, who would have to win a bunch of games in a row, and you'll see more what I'm talking about when we get to it. So if you like the Warhawks here, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have to win 7 games in 7 days. It's pretty. It's not happening. It is not a shot. It's happening. Let's see if we can pull up the 2025 Sun Belt Tournament bracket, because I want to see what like the farthest. I didn't even check this before, which in hindsight I probably should have checked and seen what actually happened and who was the, like, did any team go a little bit farther than we think they did. Once we get this wiki to pull up. So, who was it? Because I feel like somebody did. So, Old Dominion had to play in the second round. So, they won 1, 2, 3. They won 3, and they lost in the quarterfinals. That's as far as they get. So, it's going to be really hard for them. But we're going to start off in the top in the 12-13 matchup with the Louisiana Raging Cajuns versus the Georgia State Panthers. Pretty simple handicap for me. I think Georgia State just kind of caught lightning in the bottle early in the season. They were 6-3 at one point in Sun Belt play, and then just completely fall off the face of the earth. They lost 8 of their last 9. The only other win was against Georgia Southern at home by 2. Like, everything just kind of spiraled for them. They only played Louisiana once, and they got beat on the road by 10. So it's not like crazy. Like, that wasn't a terrible loss on the road, but for me, it's pretty easy. Actually, I went the other route first. No, I'm doing both at the same time here. Yeah, my bad. I had Louisiana Lafayette advancing over Georgia State. And then in the bottom portion, I have Old Dominion and Mike Jones taking down the Warhawks, who are, I think, pretty clearly one of the worst teams in all of the high major conferences. To the second round. Kind of shocking it up. Kind of simple handicap here. And not to use the same phrase like just, straight back-to-back there, but sometimes it helps to get that game under your belt. You're coming in, you're fresh, you played, you get familiar with the rims a little bit, and then like James Madison and Georgia Southern both are going to be cold. And it just also, James Madison all year too. I thought they played a little bit better down the stretch. Don't get me wrong. I think they played a lot better down the stretch. But at the same time, I think a lot of the lines and a lot of the stuff was still a little bit of name brand biased. I don't think they were nearly as good as what Vegas kind of had them out as. Like, they were getting some really good treatments. Now, they won 6 games down the stretch, but I still there's something about them I didn't trust, and I did not think they were overachieving. I think it's going to come back down to earth a little bit. I have the upset with the 12-seed Louisiana Lafayette Raging Cajuns, getting past them. And then the other side, Mike Jones, I think just same thing. Familiarity with the rims. You played, you're fresh, and Georgia Southern, kind of similar to Georgia State, was off to a hot start and then kind of fell off the face of the earth. So in the third round of the games, I have Louisiana winning one more game. And we'll get to them when we get to the end here with the best bets and stuff like that. But culture. Louisiana has always been one of the better teams in the Sun Belt. And, I know They have a new coach, Cronus White, maybe. Cronus White, yeah. But man, they finished 10-21 on the season. They're not very good. But they did start this year off 1-11. So after that, they were 9-10, and that didn't count losing 4 of the last 5 against the better teams in this league. I think you get them in the tournament setting. Shots fall a little bit better, but also just kind of a fade on Southern Miss. So this is kind of one I just love the draw for. I wouldn't say I'm just like a home run Louisiana guy. Like obviously they have their flaws, but I really do like the draw for the Raging Cajuns. So I'm going to have them advancing here. And then Arkansas State in year 1 with another Nate Oates assistant. They've been fucking on fire. Now they have to win a couple extra games, but the odds reflected like how much Vegas actually values them, even in their with having to play a couple extra games. They've won 7 of their last 8 games. The only one was an overtime loss to South Alabama. I think the Red Wolves are poised for a big run in this conference, and they kind of just end the Mike Jones run here. And then we move on here to, so around this is where the Raging Cajuns' luck runs out. Texas State gets a big win over App State. Texas State, probably nobody hotter in the conference than them. The only team they lost to was the Raging Cajuns. I think this is when they get their revenge there. What is that? 8 of the last 9, playing some of the better ball of the season. They defend really well. They can shoot. They're really one of the better teams from the free throw line all season long. I think they're the second best team in the belt at shooting free throws, and like that's huge this time of year. So I like Texas State to get it done. And then again, Arkansas State. I like the style they play. Obviously, is a little chaotic, which kind of goes in their favor. They're the top 10 in tempo, offensive efficiency. They're one of the most efficient teams in the league. I think they might be the top the fastest team in the Sun Belt, top 10 in the nation, the third best offensive in the country, and the 6th best defense. Like I really like this team. I think their style of ball kind of fits in a tournament setting now. Playing a lot of games in a row, you better be conditioned, but I mean it's another Nate Oates assistant. The guys are going to be in shape because you know what style of ball you're getting into and the way you're going to play. So I have the Red Hawks or the Red Wolves and the Bobcats advancing here. Now, to advance to the semis, I have both the 3 and the 4 getting upset. I have Texas State beating App State, taking down Dustin Kearns, and then I have the Red Wolves beating Coastal in a really, really good season for Coastal Carolina. Probably one of their best seasons in a long time. I think Justin Gray's doing a really good job there, but something don't feel right with Coastal Carolina being like this good at basketball. It's just weird, but a great job there. But Arkansas State's got a couple games under the belt. I think they get it done. To advance to the championship game, I do have the 1 seed Troy Trojans, and I do have the 7 seed Arkansas State Red Wolves getting back to the final. This was a rematch of last year's title game where Troy beat Arkansas State in advance to the NCAA Tournament, where I think Kentucky kind of whooped them up, if memory serves me correctly. It's kind of crazy, but I'm going to go pretty chalk here in a weird, I guess to the Sun Belt Conference, whatever your design to what you wanted to do here to try to get your better regular season teams a better chance of making the NCAA Tournament. At least for me and for my opinion, they did a good job. I think it's a dumbass idea. You should want your hottest team, not your team that was the best in the regular season. But for this exercise, the goal they wanted, I think they achieve it. I have Troy going back-to-back against Arkansas State and getting to the NCAA Tournament. Now, as far as best bets, I have bet Troy. It's only plus 170. It's not much, but I do think Troy is the best team in this league. I think they've been the best team in this league for the last 2 seasons. Obviously, they were the best team last year. They won the conference tournament. I think they were a 4 seed last year, though, to be honest with you. Don't quote me on that, but I think they were like a 4 seed. What did they finish last year in the league? I really don't care. But I think Cross is one of the better coaches in this league, too. They've been kind of hit a little bit of a rough patch, but they closed the season out strong with 2, winning 3 of their last 4. I like the Trojans. I think they get it done. Now, if I'm going to have Arkansas State in the title game, getting them 10-1, I think, is some really good odds. And again, only using DraftKings for the odds, so shop around. Definitely shop around. I'm not going to 100 different books. This is all from DraftKings. You can probably find a better number out there somewhere else. But I like the draw for the Red Wolves, and they've been playing really good ball down the stretch. And probably Texas State's probably the hottest team in all of college hoops right now. Not all of college hoops, all of college hoops of the Sun Belt. And getting them at 30-1 seems like a little too much. So I did sprinkle that too. Maybe we can get them into... if you get both these teams like in the finals, wouldn't that be awesome? And you just put $5 on each one. You're either winning 50 or 150. Like things like that happen. You can hedge yourself out, all that stuff. So that is the Sun Belt. Got a couple more to do tonight, and then we're going to be back on it tomorrow. Just games after games after games are going to be happening. Can't wait for the day games for the tournament or the conference tournaments to start here soon. It's right there, man. This is March. That was the Sun Belt preview. I believe next, Patriot League. It's a really fun league. Can Navy get back to the NCAA Tournament for the first time since the 90s? Guess we'll see. Until then, see you guys. I'm out.